Trying to think where's the easiest spot to fight birds. Oh. Handy dandy map tells me.
Oh, are they actually on the map?
Yeah, so if you press up and down, it'll actually switch between different filters. Or not up and down, R1 and L1. And the filters in the top right. So you can have all or small monsters as like the second to last one. So we're looking for not Vespoids, Murnoses. It's probably, yeah, it's Murnoses. Yep. The map feature in this game, like they did a really good job with it.
Finding lots of Jogras and Aptonoth.
They're probably on the upper couple of floors.
Yeah, I don't think they're on my map right now.
Okay. See if you can go to the ancient forest camp. Because it should be one of the things in the northeast that you have access to.
Oh, there's one. I think. Or is that wildlife? Or is that smaller wildlife? Oh, there's. Oh, never mind. There, I see it. Yeah, they're.
Oh yeah. Hello. All right, that should be one.
I saw that little insect that I saw. I'm not insect. I saw the little lizard flyer that landed on the wall, and I'm like, oh, there's one. And then I saw the actual one come in that's like 10 times larger. Like, oh, that's the wrong flying blue lizard. There's micro ones.
Flying blue lizard on the wall. Oh, I want it. It's very pretty.
Are you trying to net it?
Can't get it. Yeah, I was trying to net one of the little lizards because as you get further into the game, you get like a bigger house effectively, and you can put pets in it. So I have like a billion slots for pets.
I assume that's
hey,
the
there's
housekeeper
Rathalos.
guy that's like, you can't go in here, even though it says my house when you go there. And it's like, what? What do you mean I can't go there? So it already says my house.
Yep.
Ah, dragon.
Yep, Rathalos. We might be able to take him, but well, actually we could. We have unlimited lives while we're here. But I don't think we probably should.
That'd be probably jumping a bit ahead for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's fun to do it. I fought him in the beta, and it was a struggle.
Oh, scare.
Because everything was balanced weird.
I feel so taunted when I find a scale of a monster, but it's actually a tracking scale and not an actual scale, which is the physical item you can use for upgrades.
Well, no, if you pick up a... Sometimes when you do that, you actually pick up the physical scale.
Yeah, but plenty of times it just doesn't give it to you. And it's like, but it's a scale. I can see it. You said it was a scale.
Main problem is scales are kind of useless in the grand scheme of things. They're not very,
They're useless till you don't have them.
Well, they're generally the most common of, like, resources. So it's not like, it's not like you're going to need, well, extra compared to, like, I don't know, electrodes or something. That's what you need. Okay. So have you found another bird, or should I help you track it down?
I've got a few.
I'm just kind of wandering.
I've got a few of them here. I'm trying to
aimlessly.
hit them, which is not easy.
I'll go see if I can find. I don't know if we can find one.
There we go. Eventually, I can do an air combo where I'll get them until they go down. But I constantly don't have ammo for my sling, and I'm like, oops, my bad.
Yeah. I kind of wish, like, the basic ammo was free, and it was kind of like an okay ranged weapon if you needed it. I think you only need a couple of parts, so probably don't need to spend too much time here.
I might have them already, I'm not sure.
Let's see. Can you check? If...
That's been a whole part of the experience so far is, can I look this thing up or not in this game? Oh, Rathlos
I
is
know.
back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm using bow. Holy shit, I'm using bow from now on. Where am I going? I've escaped. Sweet. My character, like, side-hopped all the way down to the bottom. Oh, hi. Rathalos knows I'm here.
Oh, weird. None of my current shortcuts have my camouflage on them. I had to figure out how to customize shortcut menus.
I'm going to die. Oh, wow. Wait. Did he just... You should probably leave, by the way. Rathalos is mean.
Wanderbot, that's fainted.
I didn't want to use any healing items. Seeing as we're on an expedition, it's like, what does it matter? Okay, let's see. I think you've probably got enough of what you need. And if you don't, they're really easy to find.
They use the Pokemon
Okay.
approach of like, oh, you never actually die. You just mysteriously become unconscious and wake somewhere else unharmed.
I like reading the Monster Hunter subreddit, actually, because people have some fun slang. Like, instead of dying, it's called getting carded. Because, you know, I mean, that's exactly what happens. Let's see. And, so they were talking about, like, some of the really hard monsters, like, later on in the game, carding, like, full teams of people, and I'm like, what are they talking about? Oh. And that was kind of cool. Okay, so let's probably do one more, and then I think you got what you'll have what you need.
Probably. Just it
Let's
reminds
see.
me
Do I
of
have one that goes...
what is it? What was it called? It reminds me of Salt and Sanctuary, where like they excuse your death as being like this nice passerby like drags you back to the sanctuary while you're unconscious and then robs you.
I don't think I remember that. I should get well, I don't know. I don't know if Shell would exactly be up for Salt and Sanctuary, but it'd be fun to try and get her to play it with me.
Doesn't she
Salt
hate
and
the art
Sanctuary.
and the gameplay and every other part of the game?
Yeah, probably. We've just been playing Full Metal Furies lately, and it's like, local co-op is fun.
Yeah. That's very exclusively local co-op too. Not really
Yeah.
a genre that's friendly to the idea of like input latency on a weird streamed video that's totally quote-unquote multiplayer.
Okay. I'm back at... Oh, I should probably... Well, no. I've gone back to one of the camps and started another investigation. If you want to,
Right, I have to warp
if
back.
you want to join up.
Because even though we're in the same lobby, we still aren't like in a... Kind of aren't in a party?
Yeah, is dumb. So did you... You probably weren't awake enough to see the, or you weren't awake at all to see the crazy moon last night?
I haven't even heard about the crazy moon.
Blue moon, super moon, and lunar eclipse. And it's like the first time it's happened in 100 years, I guess. I think it was, what, 1888? I think was like the last time this happened. But so it really was just like a giant lunar eclipse that also just happened to be a blue moon. The problem was, by the time it started eclipsing, it was dawn, because we stayed up for it, and we're like, it's only like 2 more hours, whatever. And then it eclipsed, and then you just couldn't see it anymore, and we're like, well, this is dumb.
I guess the hype dies down when we just had a big hyped eclipse within the last year.
Yeah, well, that was a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
That was a cool eclipse. Mostly, except for it started raining on us, like, you know, we had this, like, beautiful view, and then the clouds came in, and it's like, oh,
The
we're not
eclipse
going to be able to
was
see
so
this, are we?
important that it was even in the YouTube Rewind.
For some reason.
Really?
Did you watch the YouTube Rewind? It's unwatchable.
No.
It's horrible.
I think I vaguely remember seeing, like, a little bit of it, seeing, like, half a second of Markiplier, and I'm like, oh, this is not going to be interesting.
They are appalling.
Yeah.
Like, the first one I ever saw was the one that was it Call Me Maybe and Gangnam Style. And it's like, okay,
those
it's
were
just a
those were
it's just
good.
a music video full of cameos. That's fine. It's like I get it. Like it's not like it makes sense as like a narrative or anything. It's just a music video, but like it was a watchable thing. Like, but now it is just
They have
noise
so
and
many people
faces
to
and
fan
screams
service.
and I don't know what any of the references are or what we're even showing, and I can't recognize a person. But it also doesn't function as just a people on a music video. Weird. It's such a weird experience. And they've gotten progressively worse every year to like finally like climaxing with this one, which has like somebody remixing a train going around and fidget spinners, but then also like a whole sad section that's supposed to be like, look how sad society is because like this is a hard time for everybody, like a really weird solemn moment that has like it might as well have like wartime footage playing because of how sad it suddenly gets in the middle of like all this like hype music stuff, and I'm like, what are you going for? This doesn't work for anyone.
I feel like a group of independent YouTubers should get together and make YouTube fast forward, where they just make something new that's like exactly the same style.
YouTube
but not
Fast
garbage.
Forward is like a made-up version of next year's YouTube Rewind.
Exactly.
It's like that. It's like that image is like, this is a meme from the future. You just don't get it yet.
I'd watch it. I'd probably watch it more than Rewind. I'd be like, I mean, you make it well. Who cares? Better than YouTube, which is just trying to cram. Also, it doesn't help that... Didn't they lampshade the whole thing with, like, clips of Jimmy Kimmel and,
It opens.
John Oliver
It opens
or whatever?
with it's introduced by a talk show host, and it's like, oh boy, that's a little tone deaf, considering how people have been talking
Yeah.
about talk show hosts for last year.
I can totally understand they're on YouTube, but at the same time, it's like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you want YouTube to just be a TV station. I guess
There's
that's
been a
where
whole
you go.
year of this narrative of YouTubers feeling betrayed about YouTube giving all these special conditions for talk show hosts on their platform, and then they open their annual review thing with a talk show host. I'm like,
show host.
that's not the best move.
No, well, YouTube's been shit about PR for...
It's not even. It's
Ever?
weird. It's not even PR. It's because we're not the public. Like
Yeah.
that the PR doesn't refer to us. It's like it's some sort of weird hybrid thing of internal / PR because we're also not employees, but we're also not the public. But we've been getting along great for a couple of years now. About as well as me with this squirrel dragon that's really mad at me right now.
Yay, Squirrel Dragon.
Squirrel dragon is best dragon.
Is a fun enemy. It's actually one of those that I barely fought because we almost immediately went on from fighting this thing to just fighting the Anjanath. And then it was just like, well,
Yeah,
there's the
it's
Squirrel
the next
Dragon.
story mission.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mount him and you're already on him. I didn't really plan that well. He just stopped moving. He
Yeah.
was really tired.
Hammers
we tuckered him out.
hammers wreck them. Yeah. If I hit him in the face, it effectively exhausts him.
You gave him a concussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like there are whole threads of people like discussing what is the preferred weapon to use on what part of a monster, and the answer is if it's a blunt weapon, let them go for the face because it knocks them right out. It does some serious harm too. Because I think I do like triple damage whenever I hit the head as opposed to the like usual double. It's really fun on the Baroth because like normally when you hit the Baroth your weapon just kind of like plinks off his face and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I have trouble hitting Baroth in places that do proper damage because like his weak spots are right next to his giant not weak spots, seemingly.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah,
and
go
his tail's really high up, so good luck hitting that.
Yeah, the game seems to suggest that you should hit his front paws, and I'm like, how? They're surrounded by armored directions, and it's like I'm doing these sweeping attacks with my glaive, and I'm like, I'm just bouncing off his head over and over again. I'm like, this isn't what I was going for. Ow.
That's why I started using the hammer. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna solo hunt this guy, I might as well just pick something that's going to break his face instead of just blink off of it.
Is it weird adjusting to a
And lo and
game where
behold.
you don't use stamina to attack, but it does have a
It is so
stamina meter?
nice. I barely have to watch it generally. The only weapons you really have to care about it for are like to some degree I have to worry about it with my hammer because charging my hammer attacks costs stamina.
It's also every shield.
Yeah, but like if you've played Dark Souls ever, you realize the shields in this game are like laughably easy to use.
last forever.
Like I was fighting a Diablos. Yeah, last forever, and like the stamina drain isn't too bad. The main problem is just you still take chip damage.
Yeah, I saw a video
Which
of
can be a
somebody
little
using a
bit
shield,
cumbersome.
and this guy charges them like a truck, and they just hold their shield up, and like a tiny bit of stamina goes away, and that's it. It's
Yep.
like, that's... Alright, sure.
I had a Diablos, which is I don't know if you've seen one yet.
Cow.
But it's like a Rathlos with like crazy horns, and it's a real rough boss. I decided to fight one solo, and I was just like, let's block this. And he just comes bursting out of this like sand waterfall, and just blink. And then my character turns around, and puts away his weapon, and it gets insta-gived by the guy. I'm like, well, that effect was kind of ruined. Oh, is he? Nope. I don't think he's ready yet.
I like the I spun too much animation.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I charged my
Oh, he's
attacks
limping.
up. Oh, he is limping. I don't see the skulls.
I mean, I can reveal a skull to you by more stabbing.
Yeah.
Mostly in the face, where the skull is.
I actually had a dream about that before this game came out, that they had like surprised everybody by like releasing a like simulated organs and like actual like physiological damage. And I was
to
just like,
traumatize some
that's
kids.
mucked up. Yeah. Like, you know, hit them in the face enough and they get brain damage and they just, you know, don't react anymore.
And they do,
I'm like, oh,
and they become learning disabled.
yeah.
Take it
Then
to
you
a
kill them.
really real, horrible place.
That was kind of the point where I'm like, this might be one of the first things I actually have to like age restrict on YouTube. And then I didn't. I was like,
Your
yes.
fictional dream.
Yeah. I have weird dreams about YouTube sometimes.
I usually just don't dream. Ever.
I don't dream generally either, but I've been getting more sleep lately, so I've been dreaming more often. And it either ranges from really cool to like kind of the forgot your pants at elementary school dreams of like YouTube career stuff. Like, oh, by the way, we've removed 100,000 subscribers from you. Huh?
How'd you invent negative numbers? Ow.
Well, this is for me.
Yeah, I know.
Back when I think I had just hit like 112, and I was like really excited.
I
for
was just
things.
thinking in terms of like, yeah, good luck for me. It's like try deleting 100,000 subscribers from this list. Ow. I hate just waking up with the sense of like I have to do so. I'm like I have a test I just remembered or something, or some school-related thing of like I have responsibilities that I have shirked, and it's always like, no, those are fictional responsibilities I haven't had for like 8 years. Stop it.
I got really lucky with fictional, well, not fictional responsibilities, but going to art college is like, what's a test? Okay, this is probably a good spot.
One of those things where it makes me wonder, like, maybe, just maybe, there's something not great about the schooling system if it, like, emotionally scars us to the point where we still are afraid we're doing it wrong 10 years later.
Yeah, I'm sending us back to the base. You have to click in the right stick once. There you go. Because you could probably make your new chest plate.
Probably. And I will be this fly-ass, bloodborne, scaled bird thing
Yeah,
as I try to fight the T-Rex.
he's rough. Trying to think if there's anything else that particularly helps.
Good gear is a starting point.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know. My solution was bring friends with shields, shoot them instead. There are some fun ammo types in this game. They're very hard to use.
I was surprised when he went from like 0 to impossible. Like I thought he was a
Yes.
really easy
The moment
fight
he starts,
until he started fire.
yeah, he we were fighting a hard rank version of him actually, and he wiped two of us out with that like laser beam that he does, which was an insta fail because you only get two, and somebody had already got taken out. It's like that's just mean.
Do you think can you even hurt his fire breathing ability until he starts using it? 'Cause I spent the whole fight attacking his neck because the monster manual says that you should.
I think actually,
but then
if you hit
did it
him
anyway.
just as it's starting, if you hit him just as it's starting to glow, I believe that counts. Like I believe that will do it. But that's the only thing I know about. I've never attempted it.
Have you seen much reason to even bother with bounties that aren't the easiest possible thing?
I usually prioritize the bounties that give you the most amount of armor spheres.
Like because I come back here after every objective,
capture.
I just grab like the ones that's like kill 6 small animals, hunt 1 dude, pick up 3 mushrooms, because every single one of them gives you one. Every single one of them gives you 1 armor sphere, and then like you come back to town and you just grab a new one immediately again.
Yeah, I usually try and skip the ones that are like area specific. I've currently got 2 that are like go to the Rotten Vale, and I'm like, I don't really want to go to the Rotten Vale. I don't really have a choice, do I? Now I've got like 3 of them.
Now I've got it.
Go to the Rotten Vale.
I look like I'm wearing a chest piece that's made for a 3D model and for a female model and has like shadows for a female model, but then it's just plonked onto a male model.
Yeah.
Like weirdly like boob gradienty. I need to figure out the parts that are even required for my Aqua Rod 2.
Let's see. I can tell you, actually.
Or even better, since I just got this lightning set, which gives me a bonus to lightning damage, I should switch to my Pulsar Rod, but I need the mineral for that. Might be from a different chapter.
Okay. Let me see. Where's the Pulsar Rod?
Because the Pulsar Rod requires the Electrode, Claw, and Sack, but it also requires some mineral I don't have.
Let's see. Pulsar Rod 2?
Yeah.
Okay, you need the Coral Crystal, which is... you're gonna need to go to a completely different zone for that one.
That's what I was figuring, because I've definitely been mining. I don't think I've made any... I don't think I have any omissions to find in my mining list.
So you're actually gonna have to fight Zorah Magdaros before you get to upgrade that, which is kind of dumb. Yeah. And then for the Aqua Rod, let's see, the Aqua Rod is a little bit easier. What level is your Aqua Rod? Is it a 1, 2, or a 3?
Ranks 1 and 2 are the only things I have access to in this game right now.
Okay, so pretty much you just have to go fight a Geronidus for those. And then it's just Gajowskin and Sturdy Bone. Do you know which ones you're missing?
I'm missing a thing I don't know. I guess I fought
1, 2, 3, or 4.
1, I think. I'm trying to find something
Sturdy
right now.
Bone. Let me figure out where you get Sturdy Bone from.
From the Future Zone. There it is, category.
Bones are random. I don't know where you get those from.
I want to tell this game to remember my sorting options and just keep them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's dumb.
Sort. I just want to sort glaives first, then equipped armor second. But I have
it'd be nice. It'd be nice if you could actually like stow weapons away so you could never see them. Because I've got like some old weapons that I'm never going to use, like my basic iron lance. I guess I could just sell it.
Yeah, you can sell them, I think.
Yeah, I guess I might as well go do that. I'm probably not going to use a lance.
And the items required to craft it are like stuff you probably have 100 of.
I actually... Oh, sell equipment. There it is. Okay, goodbye, Iron Lance. Goodbye, Match Slicers.
Ooh, prevents attacks from knocking you back during a jump. That's part of my spec. It's a good thing to get from this armor set. I get intercepted in midair when I do my jump attacks, and people just like swap me out of the air. I'm like, oh shit.
It is frustrating.
But now they
so I
can't.
looked up Sturdy Bone. You get Sturdy Bone from the same place that you get the coral ore.
So I can't get either of them until later in the story.
No, unfortunately.
Well, now I've got what's currently considered high level for me armor set that doesn't have a massive deficiency against fire. So there's that.
Well, let's see. Do you need anything else? Because I don't want to drag you to anything that you don't want to do.
I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna try Anjanath.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you ever want to do any other farming, because I don't really need old resources, but it's still kind of helpful to have, because I'm still trying to make my way through, like, every weapon.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to have, like, a high-tier version of each weapon, and I need, like, a lot of random garbage for it. It's kind of annoying. Okay. Well, have fun with that. I guess I'll just pop off TeamSpeak or different lobby, because I think I'm going to be playing with Durf and Bird later.
All right. See you later.
Good luck.